Hi guys, welcome to another LivinginSAtv video. David here, and guess what guys, today we are going to visit the less known part of Krugersdorp. And guys, I was surprised what I learned about history, and I don't know why this part of the Gauteng province is not more well known for tourism purposes. We have so much to do in this province that it's scary guys. And but again, we are just doing now this video to showcase you guys the hidden treasures of these, let's call it, lost cities or less known cities in this amazing province of ours, and let's hope we can start building more tourism routes in Gauteng. Again guys, stay tuned because once again this video will blow your mind.
Good morning. We're talking from Krugersdorp. This is the Paardekraal monument. It was laid out on the farm Paardekraal and it was built in 1890 over the original stone pile that was placed here in the beginning of the Anglo-Boer War in 1880 already. It's used once a year on the Day of Reconciliation to commemorate that day. And it's a place for national remembrance. If you look over there, that's Monument High, the biggest Afrikaans school in Krugersdorp on the West Rand. They also have a copy of the monument on their own premises. So this entire premises is laid out on the farm that belonged to MV Pretorius. He sold the farm to the Transvaal government and he named it after his friend, President Paul Kruger. In here you can actually see a replica of the Kruger coach. The original is to be found in the Kruger House Museum in Pretoria. Right, over there we see the town. The mine dump over there is one of the biggest mine dumps in South Africa and in the world basically. It was part of the West Rand Consolidated Gold Mines, which closed in the late 1980s, and since then it's been left there. It's been reworked at the moment to try and retrieve some of the gold. Right, this is the Monument Dam. It was the original farm dam on the farm Paardekraal. Today it's used for recreation, fishing, that type of thing. People walk around the dam. And there's also Key West Shopping Centre right over there.
Look at this place guys, just here next to Key West Mall. Imagine if we had like coffee shops here, people just inside of both, like a little bit like Zoo Lake, but here in Krugersdorp guys, it will look amazing.
Right, over there we've got the statue of Paul Kruger, the founder of the town, and on that side of the road we've got the statue of Krugersdorp, one of the premiers of South Africa.
This shot from the Heritage House and the mine dump.
Right, this is Monument High School in Krugersdorp, the oldest and biggest Afrikaans high school on the West Rand. They compete with E.G. Jansen, Waterkloof and all those other big schools. This is their replica of the monument across the road, the Paardekraal monument. And yeah, if you look to the back, that's the school hall, or the old school hall. That is the staff room at the moment. Look at the artwork, very 1930s and 1920s when this was built. This is just the staff room that's been used now. That's the old school hall.
Let's have a look. So how these places look is actually amazing. Oh wow, look at this. Interesting place. They even have a coffee shop right there. But look at the, very impressed with Krugersdorp, eh? So Jaco was telling me this is the new extension of the town hall.
Right, we're in front of the church built by Gerard Moerdijk in the 1930s, and that's the Reformed church that was replaced by the older one that was built in the 1890s already.
To give you guys an idea, we were there at that church, and I asked actually Jaco if this was a Muslim mosque, but Guess what? It's actually a town hall and actually extending it at the moment. How impressive is that?
We're in the Krugersdorp town hall, and in here you can actually see the stages of building. The town hall is built on the original market square, so we've got the market building from the 1930s that's still in here. We've got the 1904 front part of the building, additions made in the 1930s, and the 1980s edition around us, and then the brand new edition that's being built at the back.
Look how the market. Sure. Wow. Could be like a event space.
I was thinking.
The courtyard, so reminiscent of an era. So guys, look at this place. Hey! I'm so impressed.
Okay, right, so that is a copy of the Krugersdorp arch that was put up in Pretoria in the 1960s and 50s that collapsed a few years ago. So we've got a copy of that still. Right, so this museum was built in the 1890s. It was a magistrate's court, the post office and the telegraph office. It's one of three identical buildings, one built in Boksburg, the other one here, and the other one was in Krugersdorp that's been broken down.
That is what we're gonna see now, guys. You're gonna blow your mind.
So this is the inside of the Krugersdorp Museum that we show the outside of. The museum is still under construction, so you can actually just show the courtroom, and the rest of the building you have to come and look for yourself.
It reminds me of the Palace of Justice in Pretoria. So this place looks amazing. Oh wow.
Right, so during the Jamieson raid in 1895, that December, they caught Dr. Jamieson and his band of troops outside Randfontein near Krugersdorp. And they actually brought them to the courtroom and they spent the night here before being taken to Pretoria.
Sure. So imagine when this place is finished.
This is the ritual sound block, and it's used as an Anglo-Boer War exhibit.
No, look, that's a fridge. That's an old fridge. Oh my word, this is so cool. You guys tell me, is this a jukebox? Jeez. Look at this craftsmanship. You don't do this stuff anymore. Or just very exclusive artists that do it, but wow, imagine. Look at this. And they even installed their own inverter. Look at this. Dimension now, so look at that.
Just part of the offices that used to be part of the magistrate's court, the post office, the telegraph office, but these are all going to be converted into exhibition spaces.
Sure, look at this. I don't know, I like the blue, you know what I mean? Look at the wood, how it's been taken care of. Sure, what a surprise. This is money well spent. Sure, incredible. Come on guys, tell me what you think down below. 18th of September 1890. Oh, Mr. Virda again. Virda was like the star at the time, eh? The star architect.
Throughout town, on the sidewalks, you can actually still see the horse tethers that they used to tether the horses on. There's quite a few of them still left.
That's impressive, eh?
On the corner crossroad, we've got the Herberg Hotel in Krugersdorp, on the corner of Markets and Commissioner Street. The corner building was built in the 1890s already by Mr. Kranowski as offices, and the addition in the 1930s Art Deco next to it, that also forms part of the hotel today.
So look at this. Let me just put a little bit closer. Amazing. I want to show you guys something. Can you guys see this? That's what I'm saying, okay? So look at this. And then we got the brutalist building, right? And now we got this, right? Look how beautiful it is. We went from this type of architecture to this type of architecture. Don't you see guys what's going on? It's like we went from individuality, personality, amazing designs to simplicity, but the simplicity is silly. You know what I mean? We need to go back to the old architecture of beautiful architecture, guys.
Crossroad, we've got the IEC building at the moment. It's used by the municipality. but it was built in the early 1900s as the government offices for tax.
Tell us.
Right. This is the central post office of Krugersdorp. It was built in the 1940s and 50s, and the brickwork is absolutely amazing. We have bronze statues at the top there, and it's actually quite a nice building.
Just going around town. Mind up, you just can't see it from anywhere. Hey, look at the station. Yo, the station looks proper, eh? Oh, we need to see that, eh? Okay, Jaco, what is this used to be?
All around town you'll find these little hut structures. They were put up as informal not settlements, but stores for vendors.
Oh, wow. And now I just want to mention, look at this beautiful Krugersdorp station. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. But guys, we need to, you see what I mean? We can't match this. We need to match this with this, okay? Let's do something with this, okay, please.
So this station was built in the 1940s in the Cape Dutch revival style, with the woodwork, doors and other fittings.
I'm so curious to see this. Oh, look at these doors. Actually, well done, Praza. I'm checking. You guys know those SUVs, right? I see. Oh wow.
So that is a cenotaph commemorating the date of Krugersdorp in the First and the Second World Wars. That's part of our cleanup action that we're actually planning. Right, so this is the Krugersdorp Club, started in 1997 and it's still operating today. At its height it had about 400 members and they included a lot of the mine owners around town.
So this is like the local ran club?
Yes.
Wow. Of course, if you guys have horses, be my guest. Bring your horses for a ride and tie them up here.
Right, so this is the inside of the Krugersdorp Club. Like I said, it was started in 1897. It's still a functioning club and it still gets used by the community at the moment. It's quite near to its original location, the way that it looked. Press ceilings, wooden floors, all these types of things.
So this is the scoreboard for the billiard room.
So this is the original boardroom of the club. This is where the club meetings are still held, and obviously all the club memorabilia are stored in here. There's a horse tether. We have a replica outside on the sidewalk. This is the original. It was stolen about 4 times and returned each time luckily.
Cross, what we have here?
In here we've got the hens parlor. Back in the day, the club was only for men, and the women were not allowed to go past the double doors in the passage. So this is their parlor where they could spend their time.
So it's very well. Oh, this is so well maintained. Interesting. Even with the murals on the wall.
In the courtyard of this building, you see the Van der Merwe tree. That's a tree under which Paul Kruger and other founding members of the club actually met, discussing the idea of the club, and then later on they established a club across the road.
So that is supposed to be the tree.
Across the road you can see our old police station. It was opened in 1897 and the first commander was Sarel Elof, the grandson of President Paul Kruger. It's one of a unique building, it's one of a kind, and it's the only one in the old Transvaal that looks like this.
Okay. So that was the old police station, which is actually not being used. So any great idea will be amazing to drop something here. This such beautiful building that. And then next to it, guys, is the new police station. You see what I mean? Brutalist architecture and architecture from another time. You know what I mean? How the evolution. This is perfect. This is a perfect image. Look at this. Okay, so what are we going to do now?
Right, now we're going to have a look at the concentration camp cemetery and the monument to the Jameson raid at the old cemetery in Krugersdorp.
Oh wow. This needs a big grass cutting. Seems like we need to walk there now. It's just a pity to see this like this, because these are historical places, you know. It should be like tourism for the town, you know what I mean? Shouldn't be like this. I'm just saying, if the Mohale municipality is seeing this, I'm not doing this to bash on you guys. What I'm doing this is, let's turn this place better, because this place has so much potential for tourism. I'm flabbergasted what we have seen today, guys. So I'm glad I brought my boots. So that's where we have to go.
That's the one. That's the Jamieson Raid Monument.
Are you serious? So tell us people that are not very familiar with what was the Jamieson Raid.
Right, so the Jamieson Raid was a British planned invasion of the Transvaal Republic in 1895. It failed completely miserably because they couldn't get enough support in Johannesburg. So Dr. Jamieson and the other leaders, a lot of them, like Sir Percy Fitzpatrick, was actually arrested, and they were deported back to England for their crimes, because it's treason. So these are actually the graves of the people that died in the skirmishes around Krugersdorp during the Jamieson Raid.
Oh wow.
This old cemetery is actually divided up into sections. Like most of the cemeteries of the time, we've got the Dutch Reformed, the Catholic, the Anglicans. Across the wall we've got the Jewish cemetery and also an Islamic or Muslim cemetery as well. This is the Krugersdorp concentration camp cemetery. It's mainly women and children. It has 1,200 graves, but there's up to 3 or 4 people buried on top of one another in here. So there's a lot more. Krugersdorp had one of the biggest concentration camps during the Anglo-Boer War. The cemetery is also quite close to our industrial area. Waltonia over there. Pyman Spies has their factory over there. The huge buildings over there is an olive oil factory, or for oil factory in any case. So we've got a lot of factories here as well. So what's interesting here is that these graves are actually the Anglo-Boer War British soldiers, part of the British forces, that you see all around us here. So we have Canada, we've got the Irish over there, and they're right next to the Boer women and children that's over there and behind us as well.
Okay, you mentioned the Canada ones, it's there.
Over there we've got Canadian graves as well, yes.
Oh wow. And then here we just have a list of everyone that is basically here at the cemetery. Wow.
Across the road we've got the Krugersdorp prison, the new prison in front, and the older prison built in the 1910s at the back, the dark brick building. Right, so this is the abattoir, or the old abattoir that was built in 1904. It's one of the first purpose-built abattoirs to be erected in the country. It was the most scientifically advanced, and it's being used as a hall now, a venue for weddings and that type of thing. That used to be an old bus station when the route ran between Krugersdorp West and town. That used to be a bus stop.
Hello. I just want to show you guys these houses from the turn of the century. Few of them actually look amazing. Just want to show you guys. Look at this one. Oh wow. Very good. There you go, perfect. Hey, that stupid thing. Sure, look at this one.
Right, so this is Kilmarnock House, and it was built in the 1890s. It was occupied by the British during the Anglo-Boer War and used as their headquarters. And it was restored about 4 or 5 years ago to its appearance now. It's being used for business as offices.
So this was literally revamped?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Completely restored.
Hmm.
I mean, up here we're going to pass the old Freemason Lodge.
Oh yes, let's see that. And this one is what?
This is part of the police headquarters.
Oh, the police
This is the
headquarters.
Union Club.
Some interesting buildings around here. The one that says auction was the Freemason Lodge.
It used to be.
Oh wow.
The Royal George Freemason Hall.
Sure.
Right, so we're standing in front of this Royal George's Freemason Hall. It was built in about 1903, 1904, and this is actually where Monument High had its first classes after it became too small, too big in the Grundling School as well.
What's about this?
Throughout town you can actually see the cut stone curb that's still being used throughout town, or it used to be used, that you can still see.
Oh wow. Let's say interesting to see these. It's like a time machine to see these things. Or another church here. Interesting. So what is this church about?
This is the St. Peter's Anglican Church, designed and built by Herbert Baker, and the church was the tower was added a bit later. Across the road we've got the Methodist Church, that's also turn of the century, that's got the most beautiful hammer beam ceiling and roof in as well. So in Krugersdorp we've got two private hospitals. We've got the Netcare Krugersdorp Private Hospital, and we've got the Pinehaven Hospital down near the casino and Krugersdorp Mall. That's all the school in town. It's a school building in any case.
So this was one of the, probably one of all the schools. First school, okay. Oh my words, oh look at this.
That used to be the Harlequins Club, and then obviously the stadium behind it.
Oh my word, this was the stadium, look at this, it's like... Oh, Liam. Holy moly. Okay, tell us.
Right, so over there we've got the 1930s Art Deco fire station. It's still in use and it's functioning properly, perfectly.
It looks beautiful, eh?
It does. It's had a new paint job recently, so it's absolutely a prime example of Art Deco architecture. Unfortunately over there we've got the Jan Lotz and the Jan Lotz Stadium, the Krugersdorp Stadium, that's in quite a state of disrepair. It hasn't been used for quite a while. The municipality wanted to use it for the 2010 World Cup, but the contracts fell through and it hasn't been used since. It's been plundered, and there was quite a few people that actually tried to put it back together again, but they were not successful.
Jeez. Look at that. Okay, so next to the stadium there is something going up, which is good. Nice contrast. Just an interesting one. Used to be what?
A coffee shop.
A coffee shop and an antique store. Okay. Okay, Jaco, so where are we now?
Right, so this is an Ursula's High School in Krugersdorp. It's the second oldest school in town. It was opened in 1904, so it turned 121 earlier this year. We have a museum, and we go from grade R all the way through to grade 12.
Let's do this. This place looks amazing inside. Oh wow. This should be it's a big tourism asset for Krugersdorp, eh? Oh wow. Impressive church. Oh wow. Let's go.
Right, so let's go upstairs and have a look at the museum.
Okay. Morning. This looks like Hogwarts. It's like a magical place around here. And smells so nice. I'm really impressed about the pristine condition about this place.
You just switch on side of that.
Oh wow. This is impressive, eh?
Thank you.
So you basically have the history of the origin of the name of the school and all that.
In here we've got the two saints that the school was named after, our patron saints, the European history of our school, all our schools around the world.
Okay, let's see the rest. I hope you guys are learning something on watching this video.
Down here we've got an entire series of paintings that depicts the life of St. Ursula, and especially the Renaissance paintings, painted by Vittorio Carpaccio in the Renaissance.
How you even got these copies from?
The museum in Venice actually gave us the scans.
Are you serious?
They're busy doing the restoring theirs, the originals, and they made high definition copies, scans of theirs, and they sent it to us.
Oh wow, this is
half scale.
This makes this so unique.
It does.
Oh wow.
This is the history of our school in South Africa, or then our order in South Africa. So nuns coming to Barberton in 1895. After that came to Braamfontein, from Braamfontein to Krugersdorp, and opening the school here.
Sure. Okay.
The stoep you'll remember from the house on the corner with the turret.
Yes.
That was done from that house, the stoep. From the veranda, showing what the town used to look like in the Anglo-Boer.
Okay, let's go.
Period rooms, bedroom, classroom, and office.
Sure. Very well kept. Oh wow, look at office right here. It's fantastic.
This is our research center that we have, the school archives, register books, mark books going all the way back to the 1920s and 1930s.
Oh wow. See a lot of trophies also.
Trophies, letters, and lastly this is our art gallery. So in here we've got modern artworks done by the pupils, teachers, past pupils, and even well-known South African artists as well.
This is the center part inside of the school. Amazing.
Last quick thing guys, I just want to mention that our school here and around the world had a lot of well-known and famous people. Bill Gates' wife used to be part of our schools in America, and Jan Rupert's wife, Gaynor, used to be at this school as well.
I didn't know that actually Krugersdorp CBD had so much history, and thank you very much, Jaco, for coming with us and showing us this stuff, because I didn't know, and it's always great to see things under a local's eye, you know what I mean? And again, Jaco, thank you so much for your participation on the video. Would you like to mention anything else?
No, thank you so much for coming, and we hope to see more people in Krugersdorp.
Make sure you share, subscribe, and destroy that like button. We'll see you in the next LivinginSAtv video.